Now from an NFL stadium that hosted NFL football on and off from 1966 until 2019, we are glad to be back under the lights at the Coliseum in Oakland. Tonight we are all set to witness what should be a good one. It's a battle of eras, if you will. Today's NFL superstars set to face the best of the best, the Madden legends. The teams making their way out of their respective tunnels, and we get a look at Coach Madden. He'll be on both sidelines here in this one, as he'll be coaching some of his favorite players of all time. Should be a special one. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, and there he is, the great Pat Summerall, set to do the honors. This should be a fun one. Underway here in Oakland. A beautiful fake. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the NFL superstars, and it is Josh Allen who leads them out at quarterback, the MVP of the National Football League in 2024. You know, Coach Madden always admired those field generals who could really do it all, and there might not be a more unstoppable quarterback in the league today, the number 17 of the Bills. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 15. Good for a superstar's first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On play action, Allen. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And a first down.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Allen now looks to throw. The quick slant caught. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. On the ground, it's the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
That's caught. It's the NFL's all-time leading receiver, Jerry Rice. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Shoves him away. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's a gain of 5.
If you're a coach,
Brings
you'll
up second
absolutely
and
take that
5.
run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run with the former Tennessee Titan legend, Eddie George.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken
No
down.
gain on the play.
No gain
It's
on the
now
play that
3rd
time, and they'll look to
4.
convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Manning now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's another first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Manning.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Now Manning.
That is caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Throwing is Manning.
Caught on the slant.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
We are through one. So happy to have you along. It's football, it's Oakland, and it's only on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with All-Star.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
They go again with All-Star.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
They're running. Tomlinson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
That's a tale of two drives right there, CD. The other guys go for it on fourth and turn the ball over on downs, yet we see the same situation the other way. This time, 4th and goal yields a touchdown run.
And Brandon, as much basketball as you do, you know oftentimes teams point to the guy who gave the assist on a basket. This offense ought to turn and point to their defense for giving them that opportunity with their 4th down stop to set this one up for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's all capped off on the touchdown run by LaDainian Tomlinson.
After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The next possession ready to get going. An exciting game for those here in attendance to see all these great players on the field. But it's also a chance to celebrate our namesake, the coach, John Madden. Some of our younger fans may not know his full story. Before the video game that now bears his name, he was the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. Had some big moments on this field, and he, of course, was on the sidelines down in Pasadena, Super Bowl 11, when the Silver and Black won their first Super Bowl title, a 32-14 victory over the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a first carry for their fullback. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Here's Allen to throw it.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Result is a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. and it would have been an easy throw.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Allen going to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Superstars. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
A 10-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Legends head back out, and with them the great Jerry Rice, who of course had his biggest years across the bay from here in San Francisco in the 80s and 90s. Rice was always one of the hardest workers out there, a real tactician at the wide receiver position. 2 qualities that Coach Madden always admired. Here's what Coach Madden had to say about all the things number 80 could do to beat you.
With Jerry Rice, you have to move him around. You can play him at flanker. You can play him at X. You can play him in the slot. You can even sneak him in the backfield once in a while.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, it's Manning.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Intended for LaDainian
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away.
Back deep, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The legends going back on offense. Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson in there at running back. And you think back to those Raider teams of the 70s. Coach Madden always loved to run the football, and he had some great running backs to rely on. But no one quite like LT, who he held in high regard. And here's what he had to say about the all-around abilities of the Charger great.
LaDainian Tomlinson is one of the best backs in the league. He has it all. I've watched him and I thought, I don't know if there's a guy that's better at running and catching and blocking and doing all the things that you have to do to be a running back.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Manning. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Manning. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Now Manning. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Manning going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So all square here at the break as we send you over to Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. A tightly played first half. That's pretty much what you'd expect when you get players of this caliber on the same field. No weak links anywhere. These are the best of the best. Want to take a moment as we look back at the halftime highlights and stats to tell you to stick around for after the game. We have the presentation of the turducken legs to the winning team. Always a lot of fun. Which team will it be? Let's go find out. Send you back out to Oaktown and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Scott, thank you. Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in either of these two locker rooms to listen to Coach Madden's speeches as we get set to resume play.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Legends making their way back out on offense with Terrell Owens at wide receiver. Owens, former third-round pick of the 49ers in 1996, and really came out of nowhere. Played at Chattanooga. But he developed into one of the great receivers in NFL history. And Coach Madden always appreciated the different ways in which T.O. could be a factor in a ball game.
Terrell Owens is such a big, strong, powerful guy. You don't always have to get the ball to him deep. You can hand it to him on a reverse, throw it to him on a slant, and he can just run right through the defense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Play action. Manning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Throwing now is Manning. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Complete to number 21, LaDainian Tomlinson. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Manning to throw once more. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Fitzgerald.
Complete to number 11, Larry Fitzgerald. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
To throw is Manning. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
It's a gain of 40.
A big play there. And even 40 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Manning. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Touchdown, Legends. Jerry Rice, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here's Pat Summerall for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, our home team.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
3rd and 2.
Now Allen.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To throw, it's Allen. To Jefferson on the slant.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Allen to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Touchdown, Superstars. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
with his second touchdown of the night. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 14.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here again comes Peyton Manning and company.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Looking to put a drive together. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's got his man on the out route.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This is 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Manning.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
46-yard line.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a first down.
To throw, it's Manning. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
One quarter to play. It's football once again here in the East Bay. The fans love it. And we're back after this. This is a special presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Manning, a free play here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Summerall now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score our home team.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
14.
After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Looking to put a drive together. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Right back to Juszczyk again.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Pushing through the contact. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 13 there. Good for a superstar's first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Allen now looks to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Allen.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
To the air, Allen. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Allen. Caught on the slant. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Aubrey now for the PAT. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing now is Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. So they'll get 8 out of that completion.
And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Complete to LaDainian Tomlinson. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in Oakland. Who gets the turducken? It's on its way in from the oven, and we'll find out who gets it after this. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Manning. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look for the 1st with Tomlinson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's 2nd down. They run the quick dive with All-Stop.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9.
A give to LaDainian up the gut. Oh, no, he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Here's first down.
Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk.
But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The NFL superstars ready to take over once more.
Looking to put a drive together.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open man right side is St. Brown.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Now Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
That's the Hall of Famer, Deion Sanders.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a 1st down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
First throw of overtime here for Manning. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime, both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A first down carry for Barkley. He's in. Touchdown. They win it deep into the overtime period.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got into overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So it's a win here at the Coliseum for the NFL Superstars. And after a great night of football, time for the best of traditions. Sure, it's great to lift the Lombardi Trophy, but a close second might be lifting that turducken and taking a big bite after a hard-fought victory.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.